All right, everybody. Happy Wednesday night. Happy return of Texas Tech men's basketball, Bandwagon Wednesday, and a whole lot of other stuff going on from the United Supermarkets Arena. Not quite. Arctic Air Studios, where tomorrow, if your air is too Arctic, you need to call the bear. Also brought to you by Gators Bayou. If you can't make it out to the game tonight, they've got the games there at Gators Bayou. Hot, spicy food, Cajun style, and cold beverages. Also, by Premier Sportsplex, if you have too much Gators food, you got to go work out. The game is on at Premier. We'll get you on the United Supermarkets text line tonight. Easy to do there. Your tailgating headquarters, 806-772-0197 for that. And, of course, our Western Wear apparel provided by Boot City. One money saving mile outside the West Loop, 19th Street. Check them out. New array of shirts for winter, new jackets, everything waiting for you there. All right, so let's get everybody in tonight. Let's have some fun. We've got Texas Tech basketball back. If you saw the commentary today, 60 seconds of Raiderland, a little bit of a heads up on what we're going to talk about and what we want and what our plea to Tech basketball is this year. And also, nobody cares about Tech ball right now. Ain't nobody talking about Tech in Kansas at all. Nobody talking about it right now. Very interesting. It's Bandwagon Wednesday. Give us the bandwagons. You're on. The bandwagons. You're off. And then we want the greatest appetizer of all time. Earlier this week, it was Nacho Day, National Nacho Day, out of the National Institute of National Days. Today, give us the greatest appetizer all time. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans. How you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were? I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com, the website. Start your day there. We'll have your Raiderland hot links for you in the morning, either or Thursday, and who knows what else we may get into. That's theraiderland.com. We're in the Arctic Air Studios tonight. As you get in on the United Supermarkets text line, if you're watching on X and on YouTube, that's how we see your comments. So utilize it. It's right there on your screen, 806-772-0197. Donald gets in early tonight. Michael in. Val is jumping in. I thought I saw James getting in early as well. Those of you on Facebook, you send your comments in the normal way. Multiple platforms, multiple streaming, all of those things. So bandwagons, you're on. Bandwagons, you're off, sports or otherwise. And we will speak of the greatness of appetizers. All right. We'll get the comments rolling early. Jared, bandwagon, I'm hoping for. Thanksgiving break starts this Friday instead of next Friday. You're hoping for that? You don't know when your break starts? Shrimp cocktail is an appetizer. Ooh. Give me a place. Who does the best shrimp cocktail? Alan, I can't be hurt by Tech football, thanks to the Rangers. I know it's anecdotal, but man, that thing just dropping off the radar the last 2 weeks, even with the win against TCU. I think you have a combination of open date Thursday night, 2 weekends out of sight, out of mind, and a season that's not going the way many people hoped or expected, for that matter. So I'm wondering how many of you guys have completely shifted gears on it. Basketball starts tonight. Trace goes shrimp Diablo, better than shrimp cocktail. I mean, I like shrimp. I'm having shrimp tonight. Popcorn shrimp tonight. Why? Because it seemed good. And everybody should know how to make their own cocktail sauce, by the way. Everybody needs to learn how to make their own cocktail sauce. All right, so where do we want to begin tonight? All right, let's start off with Texas Tech basketball. We'll do that. Best appetizer from a chain, Bloomin' Onion gets a vote. Danny gets in. Here is my hope. The bandwagon I am on. A plea that I issued earlier today to Coach McCaslin and the Red Raiders. Can we have these things? A drama-free year, high IQ basketball, and a season that ends with you feeling better about the program than you did at the start of the season. Can we get those three things this year? Can we have a drama-free year? It seems like we have not had a drama-free basketball season in a good 5 years, maybe. I don't want to hear, stories of players meeting, of coaches upset, of NIL checks going out, not going out, so-and-so not getting paid. I don't want to hear any of that. Don't want to hear drama, Don't want it, Alan. Only drama is where Tech is placed as a protected seed. Hey, it's a bonus to me if they make the NCAA tournament. You know, you get into the NCAA tournament, great. If you play good basketball this year, I think you probably will. You probably will get in. But that goes back to the high IQ basketball. Give me some smart basketball. Look good doing it. Act like you got a brain about you. Chris says the best appetizer is a good order of cheese fries. Where? Who makes the best one? Happy with 2 of those. I'm not sure which one. A good queso from Leal's is an appetizer and can be a meal. Jared, best appetizer, beef fajita strips wrapped in smoked Gouda, wrapped in bacon, topped with avocado. Tell me where to go get that. Alan says Tech could be this season's K-State. We'll see. I don't know because I don't know. I think people are going to like Toussaint coming into this lineup. Pop Isaacs obviously had a really nice outing against Texas A&M in the scrimmage. That shouldn't shock anybody. He's a very good basketball player, and good basketball players play good basketball a lot of times. I think what may surprise people is this team may be a little bit more high octane and high scoring than some people feared. Last year on Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland featuring Rob Bro, when McCassin was coming in as a coach, people were, oh no, it's going to be 50 points a game. No, he coaches to his talent. You know, he coaches to his talent. He's had teams that could run, he ran. He had teams that could score a lot of points, he scored a lot of points. Off the United Supermarkets text line, where you could have got some shrimp today. Why is Jeff Goodman such a Tech hater? He's buddies with Chris Beard. Pretty much all I need to know on that. For those of us that can see high IQ basketball but can't put words to it, would you please explain? You just defined it. Low turnovers, quality shot making, and not that. Okay, quality shot decisions, fouling the right way at the right times, good ball handling, not dribbling into problems, floor spacing, high IQ basketball. Is his defense pressure as good as Adams? It's different. He plays a good defense. Forget the middle out, you know. I think you probably need to just the old middle out defense. Forget that. Not necessarily clock control, I would say, Trace, more like clock management. I would say clock management is probably a good way to do it. Is this there's 25 seconds on the shot clock. Can I get this same shot with 5 seconds? If that's the case, let's work for a better shot, and you can come back and take that with 5 seconds left. That's high IQ basketball. It takes different forms, different shapes. Blocking out, rebounding, understanding rebounding, closing out, all of those things, high IQ basketball. So that's what I asked today. You guys can tell me what you're looking for. Also, it's Bandwagon Wednesday. The bandwagons are on, the bandwagons are off, sports or otherwise. And nobody wants to talk about Texas Tech football because nobody wants to talk Texas Tech football. And we also have greatest appetizers all time. Let's see. Jared Norns Odiasi gave his stamp of approval, and so do I. Norns likes it. McCaslin may do great at Tech. He may flame out. It might not work. I don't know. You make a good hire. But I thought it was a well-vetted hire. I thought it was a quality process. Like the people that they had in the process, and they were all in agreement that they believe that this is a guy who will fit in good at Texas Tech. He's already got a miniature donkey. What more do you want? There at his farm, he's got a little half-ass rodeo going on. Yeah, better offensive rebounding, please, yes. Just play good fundamentals. Basketball will get you a win. Yeah. In the Big 12 or the ACC or the Big 10 or the NBA, fundamentals always win. Have a big countdown timer. How long until we can talk Tech baseball? Anytime you want. Of course, we don't really know who's going to be there right now, and I always wait until late January to go, okay, this is the roster, and then these are the guys who aren't hurt, because that's college baseball. Who shows up, who leaves, and who's not hurt. So we can talk about it anytime you want. The schedule came out fairly recent. What was it? Tech Texas early again. That series has fluctuated over the years. Tim Tadlock will be there. That's all you need to know, right? So we have appetizers, greatest appetizers, bandwagons you're on, bandwagons you're off, sports or otherwise. And if you like this shirt and you want more of these type shirts, Food City, go out there, tell Cody we said hi. Thanks for being a part of it. So tonight, A&M Commerce, Tech a 24.5-point favorite. I usually like to wait about a week or so. Give me 2 to 3 games for teams early in college basketball to kind of see what we got. Should Tech in Texas Tech historically going over the last 5 years, anytime in non-conference that the number got above, say, right around that 25-point mark on the favorite, a lot of times they didn't cover. I'll be in Abernathy tomorrow night. Yes, Ropes and Rawls. They're at the Big A. So if Tech doesn't cover tonight, don't freak out. If Texas Tech rolls to a 35-point win and it looks easy, tap the brakes too. Just give it a little bit of time. Now it's hideously not really challenging for the most part non-conference schedule. Okay, I get it. You're putting that schedule together and you just really don't know what you're going to have. Bandwagon, I'm off 80-degree days in November. Yeah. And all of a sudden my air conditioner wasn't working again. It was working when it was cooler. Now it's not working so good. The Battle for Atlantis tournament will reveal a lot about this team. And then at the same time, maybe it won't. Being dragged by allergies, killing me, bandwagon. God, horrible. We're going to have nearly a 60-degree swing from today's high to the low overnight into Friday. I believe that Rawls has been designated the home team. Ropes is the second-place team out of the district. Rawls is the third-place team out of theirs. But I think they just flipped on who would be designated home. Since it's a neutral site, it doesn't really matter that much. So, you're on the field. You're going to wear some jerseys. It's going to be damp. It's going to be cold tomorrow. It's football playing weather. Looking forward to the trip up there. I better have the concession stand going full blast there, David. Do we got any must-have concession items? David, for those who don't know, Abernathy. And you can give us the greatest appetizer too tonight. Maybe it's been mentioned. Maybe it hasn't. We can discuss Texas Tech football if you so choose. I get a feeling we'll probably talk about it more on Friday going into the game. The number is settling right around 4 as far as Texas Tech being a 4-point dog. Still some 3.5s out there, but the money's more on the 4 side. Okay. I'd take a bite out of Texas Tech if you give me 4. 3.5, yeah. 4 for sure, I think. The other side in the old home is the old home stands. Fried zucchini with ranch dressing. Okay, yeah, Donald, we can get down with that. Zooks and Shrooms, they're at Jazz, which that's almost a meal. But the old school Jazz, the Zooks and Shrooms, get that, play some spades, hang out for a while. What time and what streaming service for the Tech game? 7 o'clock ESPN Plus. They will tip it off at 7 o'clock, a little after 7 o'clock. Never get to go to the concession stand. Yeah, no, I can relate. Trust me. So, yeah, it's ESPN Plus on this one. Which, they do not have that up and running right now. Starting lineups are out. It's going to be Isaac, Williams, Toussaint, Washington, and Cambridge getting the start for Texas Tech. So Devin Cambridge, the 6'6" small forward swing man, going to get a go. And then Warren Washington, the 7-footer, going to be in the starting lineup. I'm intrigued to see what kind of impact he has. Not all 7-footers are created equal, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. And again, let's not give in to sweeping value judgments tonight. Let's not do that. Danny, appetizer, Spanky's fried cheese. Bingo. Orlando's, the Mafia queso. Back when there was Don Pablo's, the chicken feet and nachos. Nachos can be both an appetizer and a meal. Firmly believe in that. Yeah, for Lubbock, definitely the fried cheese. Yeah, that's Bacho. Or you want to ask Bacho about the appetizers? I don't know. Maybe you know something about the appetizers. All right. With football, I like that, getting 3.5. I like 4. I really think this game, I'm not going to be shocked if this thing rolls into an overtime game. It becomes a coin flip at that Would sushi be a good appetizer or a main dish? Both. Absolutely both. I've had what is it, Kobe Steakhouse and then Benihana. Both of those, you can get sushi as a main dish. Even some of the little Japanese steakhouses around Lubbock, you can do it. But yeah, you can get the little 3 roll, whatever you want to do. Good sushi is great. I got ruined on it out in Hawaii one year, man. I mean, rolling it in off the dock. Don't buy sushi at a gas station would be my deal on that. Chicken tortilla soup from Don Pablo's, both a main dish and an appetizer. The old Don Pablo's gets so much love, so much love. Makes you wonder why. Why is it gone? Jared, great appetizer, calamari with the red sauce. Makes the best calamari. Fried calamari is good. Stella's used to do a pretty good fried calamari in Lubbock. I haven't tried it at the new location, the old Stella's location. You get pretty good fried calamari. Not an appetizer, but one of the greatest meals I ever had in San Francisco, going back several years ago, was calamari steak. You bring a kid from West Texas out there and it says steak on the menu, I'm going to give it a go. It had a bit of a reduction sauce on it that had a hint of lemon and maybe some buttery chives with lemon. It's hard to explain. Woo. But that's when you have bad calamari. Onion rings from Western Skies Steakhouse in San Angelo, says Dave. Onion rings. Those are good. Don Pablo's gone because the garbage company that bought them from the original owner, says Annie, who knows. Somebody should bring it back. Just call it Dom Pablo's. Paul says the other account hacked. New personal page, Red River City. New business page. That's Paul Snappy Smith. Everybody get in there, get all of his cool Red River history stuff. Neat things. He does great work. And he's a Red Raider. Great breakfast appetizer, Southern Pecan Coffee. A drip, not Keurig. No, I don't do coffee, so it doesn't matter. Grapevine on 19th and University had great calamari. Boy, I thought about that place forever. My goodness. So we are getting your greatest appetizers all time. Nachos, it was National Nacho Day a few days ago. Basketball, if you're just tuning in, they start the season tonight. Lady Raiders rolled last night over UT Rio Grande Valley, 1-0, 95 points. Play them some more. They don't have to leave town. Just play them 3 or 4 more times. And all I ask this year from McCaslin and the Red Raiders, just a drama-free year. Seriously, the last couple of years seem to have been just a collective beatdown for different reasons at different times. And even the first year of Adams, a lot didn't get out that could have, that I think kept the fan base at bay a little bit on raising their eyebrows and going, what the hell is going on here? Now, some people knew. Some people knew more than others. Some people could read between the lines. Even the last, the final year of Beard obviously had some drama to it. But when was the last time you finished? You got to go back to 2019 to say, hey, you feel better at the end of the year than you did at the beginning. Off the ESPN Plus subscription increase every 3 months bandwagon. I'm off the, why do I have to enter my password and everything else 52 times every time I try to log in to ESPN Plus? I think we've had one person give out what I consider the all-time greatest appetizer in the history of appetizers. And no, it was not Shakey's and the little potato skins that they popularized back in the day. I think some of you guys are old enough to remember that. Shakey's, there's another good one. I love me some Domino's pizza, but I'm talking like sit-down restaurant pizza type stuff. What do we do as a society to not deserve Shakey's? The old Mojos, yeah. Now, for my money, the greatest appetizer of all time is simply the Bloomin' Onion from Outback Steakhouse. They took an onion, sliced it cool, breaded it, fried it, and served it up with a little spicy, almost a remoulade. An onion that you're about to drop anywhere from back in the day, $18 to $25, going back in the day, on a steak from Australia, so you knew it had to be good. Shout out Victoria Filet. Dated her for a little. No, that was a different person. But the onion, they just took an onion at a steak place and said, you're going to need an onion before we bring out the steak, and you're going to love it. And we did. Great. I know anywhere I am in the country, if there's an Outback Steakhouse, I know I can at least get a blooming onion, and it's going to be good. Somebody mentioned Spanky's fried cheese. That's legit too. The whole fried cheese and cheese fries, two different things, obviously. What was the place in the Metroplex? Snuffers, right? Yeah, Snuffers. That had the cheese fries. You can do too much on cheese fries. Got to be good fries that stand up to the cheese. Bacon bits, some chives. There we go. Chili cheese fries, we've gone too far. Like anytime we get to the chili cheese fries, it's maybe just pushing it just a little bit. But the basic cheese fries, rock solid good. Hard to beat that. A lot of places now, you can get the stuffed jalapenos, bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos as an appetizer. That's solid, although, again, that can vary greatly depending on where you go. Some places are good, some places are not so good. You can tell the ones who care, you can tell the ones who don't care. But for my money, the greatest appetizer of all time, here's to you Outback, here's to you the bloomin' onion. Yeah, their coconut fried shrimp is pretty good too. Blue Sky makes a good cheese fry. Yeah, my problem with blue cheese. I love blue cheese. Blue Sky, the fries get too greasy. I love a greasy hamburger, but it carries over to all the other stuff, and it ends up everything else ends up being too greasy. 9 times out of 10, you got to finish your burger anyways with a knife and fork there. Again, not complaining, but on the fries, I want crispy fries. CJ fried mushrooms, 50th Street Caboose back in the day. Yeah. They also had in the 90s, talking about 50th Street Caboose, one of the original great buffalo wings. Really big drums and breaded well. And they had some of the best hot wings back before the hot wing renaissance of the, I would say the late 90s. Look, finally got a Wild Wings there in early 2000s. Would Chick-fil-A or McDonald's fries be considered an appetizer? No, that's just that's a side, not an appetizer. They would not qualify. McDonald's fries are really good. Chick-fil-A on the old waffle fry or whatever you want to call it, that's pretty good too. But not an appetizer. Although if you want to eat it as an appetizer, knock yourself out. Ain't nobody going to judge. Judgment free around here. All right, a few minutes left. Your thoughts on Texas Tech basketball, what you hope, what you want to see. I'll settle for drama-free and high IQ. Have I had fried gator bites? Yes, I've had gator in probably 5 or 6 different forms, and invariably it's almost always going to taste like chicken. It's not bad. If I'm going to have fried gator bites, I want them pretty small and really crispy. Yeah, gator, nothing wrong with gator. Gator didn't take a lot of flavor to me, so then it becomes about the breading. It's a little bit like frog legs. Frog legs, it's just a sinewy chicken that doesn't really imbue itself with a lot of flavor. So now, again, you're going to be talking about how you're going to prepare it and what you're going to do on that. If you're hungry for some gator bites or some frog legs, Gators by you tonight. Go watch the game if you can't go out to the arena. Get you ice cold beverage. Sit there, watch the game. They'll have the sound on, and you get the gator bites if you so choose. Anything else? We'll do a deeper dive on football tomorrow, or pardon me, Friday. I'll be out with high school football tomorrow. Much deeper dive on this game and some of the salient points for it. I'm still moderately intrigued by what's going on in the Big Ten with Michigan and the sign stealing scandal, which Michigan today, actually it was yesterday, and the details of the letter they sent that was leaked by Michigan. When something comes out this quick, it's the school that leaks it. Michigan basically went wired earp on the Big Ten and said, I don't think we're going to let you arrest us today. In case you're wondering, Big Ten, no, we're not going to let you arrest us. We're probably not even going to cooperate. We're going to sue you into oblivion if you try to do anything to us this year. And by the time it's all said and done, you'll never have anything on us. You got a better chance of nailing, the New York Yankees for sign stealing or something. And this is, get ready for it, because everybody has seen what Kansas did in basketball. And they now know, just don't let the NCAA punish you. Just say no. Bandwagon, Colorado beating LSU. Sorry, Kim Mulkey. Yeah. Yeah, it worked great for Bill Self. You're going to have schools now. Just tell the NCAA, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? And they will find sympathetic courts easily when they go to get first, a temporary TRO. Then they'll get an injunctive order, and then it ain't going to matter. I don't think Michigan will ever be punished for anything regarding this scandal. Harbaugh will leave. He's going to go to the NFL. Harbaugh will leave. I don't think maybe a scholarship or something. But there will be no major punishment. And there may be a little bit of all of a sudden, some other people going, we don't really want you guys to look too close into this because maybe we're doing the same thing. We're just better at it. So that's been an interesting story. Not really interesting story. You guys remember the national champion? Speaking of Kim Mulkey, the Iowa LSU championship game last year in women's basketball that was hideously officiated. I've seen two stories, Yahoo and ESPN, talking about the NCAA come back and saying, yeah, it was hideously officiated, full of errors, chock full of all sorts of just, bad stuff. Neither story mentioned the officials' names. Why? Could it be that they're protecting the all-female crews that for the first time at the Final Four, it was all-female crews? I don't know. Could they be doing that? Could they not want those officials' names out there because they don't want people saying, wow, you took some officials who shouldn't have been doing the Final Four because they're women, and only because they're women. It was talked about in certain circles even last year, saying that they're not taking the best officials. They didn't take the best officials based on how good they are. They took the best female officials. Okay, knock yourself out. But if you're going to come back and release a study, I mean, how hard would it have been for Yahoo or ESPN to just go back to the box score and go, and here's the officials that sucked? Why didn't they put their names in? I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any stretch of the imagination. Well, I wouldn't think anything awkward about that. No names. Thank you. You can get this shirt and many others like it at Boot City, one money saving mile outside the West Loop on 19th Street. Shout out Boot City. All right, it's almost time for a little Red Raider basketball. We'll be paying attention to that. We'll be with you tomorrow. Either or Thursday, check out the website, theraiderland.com. We'll also have another 60 seconds of Raiderland commentary ready for you to go. Hold on, D. Wayne, who keeps sending in comments and not using the text line. Somebody asking, how can we watch it? It's on ESPN Plus. And then Steffi reminds me of Owen Wilson for Slander. There you go. We'll find out. End the stream? Yeah. Do I really want to end the stream? Yes. So we say